Good day, I'm Mr. Mafoko. I'll be taking you through my presentation of environmental issues in Botswana, focused on animal and people conflicts. Our presentation outline is as follows. Introduction, issues resulting from the environmental problems. How are the people's everyday lives affected? Solutions to the EPS, conclusion, and lastly, references. Introduction. Human and wildlife conflict is common in Botswana and surrounding countries due to shortage of land for use and resources. These catastrophic environmental issues also makes natural resources sustainability fail. This happens because the government does not to provide adequate good environmental protection policy. Elephants are the main problem and troublemakers as they kill human beings and destroy dwelling places. This wildlife and livestock populations have increased in past decade, and this has contributed in the further troubles environmental cacophonic phenomena. Issues resulting from the environmental problem. Soil quality get affected when it's rainy season. The soil is easily washed away and eroded. People are killed by wildlife, leaving their livestock left unattended and becomes astray animals. Natural resources get affected as these wild animals destroy trees and grasses. Wildlife and livestock migration occurs as a result conflicts, and this changes the landscape completely. Hence, naturally, resources suffers at the end of the day. How are the people's everyday lives affected? People rely on livestock, but it gets killed by wild animals. Natural resources are destroyed by wildlife and stray livestock. E.g., people rely on tall grasses to roof their dwelling infrastructures, but this animal tend to destroy it. This problem leads to soil erosion, which makes it difficult for people to plow the fields. People's fields are affected by wildlife, leading to loss of jobs and some future earning. Solutions to the environment problem. Government should design and implement sound policies which will make sure the people and lives and wild animals are not mixing. International standards regarding wildlife national parks should be practiced, observed, enforced, and implemented in Botswana. Towns near national parks should have a monitored population control policy. Also, on the other hand, should have a high cost of living imposed deliberately to reduce more people immigrating to the area. Erection of strong boundary walls fenced so that separation of wildlife and human is attained fully. Conclusion. The human-wildlife conflict can be solved by good governance policy by making sure wildlife national parks are separated and demarcated far away from human settlement, making sure livestock graze far away from wildlife, forests, and national parks. Human cacophonic accident and killing resulting from wildlife animals need to be compensated from. Newly to be formed human wildlife conflicts compensation charity fund. Fines and crimes charges should be imposed to those who found idling and grazing their livestock in the wildlife area, zone without a permit or authorization. References. You may refer to the references History of Ngamiland by Tlou, Changes of Resident Attitude Tourism Development and Conversation in Okavango Delta by Mbaiwa, Sustainable Development by Redcliffe. That brought us to end of my presentation. Thank you.